In this video, we're going to talk about features you can use to protect your Excel workbooks. Now we're going to look at preventing someone from opening a file, modifying a file. We'll also look at locking and hiding cells in a worksheet. We'll also look at protecting the structure of a workbook. Now the first thing we're going to take a look at is protecting a file from being opened. Now I'm going to go to the File menu, then go down to the Info option, and the button I want is in the center here. We want Protect Workbook. I'm going to choose Encrypt with Password. Now I'm going to put in a password just for the exercises. I'm going to put something really short. Now that I have it password protected, I'm going to close the file and save it. Now, when I go to open the file, it's going to prompt me for a password. And that's how you will protect it from being opened. And I can put in the password to open the file. Now, if you're curious about removing the protection from opening, to remove it, we need to go to File and then Info again. And when you click on Protect Workbook, click on Encrypt with Password. And what you have to do is actually just remove the password. So at this point, I've put it in to open the file. So to remove it, I just remove the password. And now it's just a normal workbook. Now you can also prevent someone from modifying a file. With this feature, you can basically give the option to open it as read-only, or if you have the correct password, you can open it and actually modify it. To access this feature, we need to go to Save As. I'm going to use the keyboard shortcut for Save As. So I'm going to press F12. If you're going to use the mouse, you have to go to File, Save As, then Browse. Now, the option is actually here underneath Tools. So I'm going to click on Tools and then go to General Options. Now, here is where we can put a password to modify. Now, if you're wondering about the password to open box here, this actually is the same password to open if we went to the File tab and chose Info and went to that Protect Workbook. But I'm going to click OK at this point. It's going to ask me to confirm the password to modify. And we're going to click OK. And I'm just going to write over my original file. Now I'm going to open it, and you'll see the options for that. As you can see, when you put a password to modify, it gives you the ability to choose read-only. If you don't know it, you can still look at it, but you can't change it. Or if you have the correct password, you type in the password, and now you can modify the file as normal. Now let's look at protecting a worksheet. Now when you protect a worksheet, it locks all the cells by default. So if you want to have cells that are locked and some that are unlocked, you have to choose the cells you want to unlock. And then once you lock the sheet, those ones will be unlocked. You can also hide cells when a sheet is locked. If you're protecting your suite formulas and you don't want someone to see it, you can actually hide the cell. So if they click on a formula, they won't be able to look at it. Now, we have a sheet that's half filled out where the first 6 months are filled out. And we need someone to fill out the last 6 months, but we don't want them messing up any of the formulas or the data that's already there. So I'm going to select my range, and I need to unlock it before I protect the sheet. Now on the Home tab, there's the cells group. You actually want to click on Format and then go down to Lock Cell. Right now, there's a outline around it showing that it's locked, because normally when you protect a sheet, it will lock all the cells. So we're going to click on Lock Cell, which is actually turning it off. Now, we also want to prevent these cells from showing the formula in there. So I'm going to highlight all of those. And for this one, I'm going to use the keyboard shortcut Control 1, which is the default shortcut for format cells. Now I will click on Protection. Now once I click on Protection, I'm going to click on Hidden to hide the cells. Now I could have unlocked it this way as well by unchecking this box, but I do want these cells to stay locked. Now let's click OK. Now let's go back up to the cells group, click on Format, and then choose Protect Sheet. Now you can put in a password to protect the sheet. If I need to type in the empty cell where I want data to be entered, it enters normally. But if I try any of the locked cells, it will give me a warning that I can't make changes to the sheet, and the data that's already in there won't be altered. And if I click on the hidden cells, you notice in the formula bar, there's no formula in there. The last thing we're going to take a look at is protecting a workbook. Now, you might want to turn on protecting workbook because you want to protect the structure of the workbook, such as preventing someone from deleting a worksheet. Now, I'm going to go to the Review tab, and you'll notice there's a couple options here in the Protect group. Now, Protect Worksheet is also here. As you can see, it's saying Unprotect Sheet, but I'm going to go and click on Protect Workbook. Now that I've put in a password, if I go down here and right click, notice there's no option to put new sheets. There's no option to delete. I hope you found this useful. Thank you for watching.